Looking to add some magic to your space or create a giant pixel display? Look no further than these awesome square tiles from Twinkly Lights. When it comes to lighting, this really is one of those truly epic centerpieces that I've added into my setup. These square pixel tiles can be customized into any shape or size, adding a unique sense of emotion to any room through their vibrant gradients, mesmerizing patterns, and lighting effects. Twinkly Squares allow you to display a range of designs, animations, images, or text, instantly enhancing the mood and ambience of your setup. As always, deal links and chapter time codes are in the description below. This is the Future Space Collective, where we explore the world of products for imagination. Boom! And here it is now. Check out that box design. There we go, Twinkly. All the accessories are inside these boxes and all your panels right here. You also have the extension panels you can buy, which come in packs of 3. So I was able to get my hands on quite a few of these kits here to build out the installations that you now see in the background of the studio here. We kind of got that like psychedelic lava thing going on. Here I have it cycling through a few different scene modes. The panels come in kits of 6 squares, which include 1 master control tile where the power feeds in and 5 extension tiles. So in the starter kit, you'll find the squares, the cables, the connectors, and the power brick. The cables are just the right length for clean cable management, as you'll see in just a moment. The connectors come in 4 and 2 prong sizes, allowing you to mount all the tiles together as one piece. So you can power up to 16 tiles on each master tile in your array. If you wanted to go bigger, you can indeed group different sets of tiles to create a larger installation through the app, but more on that later. So first things first, you're gonna wanna power on your master tile and connect it to the app to ensure everything's working. Then you'll wanna lay out all your extension tiles into the shape you plan to build. Some common configurations are 3x3, 4x4, or 5x3, but you can of course configure it however you'd like. So once you've sort of laid out all the tiles in a way that you plan to assemble your display, you can go ahead and connect each panel in the array one by one using those perfectly sized cables. So as you go, you're gonna wanna make sure each one lights up one by one. This way, if there's an issue in the array, you'll know exactly where to troubleshoot and can easily disconnect the cables. Be mindful and accurate when connecting those cables. This actually happened to me where I bent one of the pins by like sloppily trying to seat it in there, but I was able to bend it back and sort of fix the issue. So just be careful when you're doing this and make sure everything is going in and lighting up as you're assembling. Once everything is connected and lighting up, go ahead and attach the tiles into a single unit using those 2 and 4 prong connectors. The connectors snap into place in a satisfying way to create a solid piece. They can be tricky to remove, however, once attached, so I recommend doing this as the last step. Once you're done, you should be able to lift the squares as one solidified canvas to now be mounted on the wall. All right, so let's now move on to the mounting process. Overall, the physical design of the squares is well thought out. They're built to be durable and easy to assemble. So my only real complaint here is with the wall mounting. The squares don't come with any mounting hardware. Instead, they're mounted kind of like picture frames, so you'll need to use your own screws or nails to hang your assembled piece. So for most people with a smaller display of like 6 to 12 tiles, this really isn't a huge issue. Just measure the distance between the 2 top back mounting holes and install 2 nails or screws in your wall to hang it. You can even try using double-sided adhesive on each tile to secure your display. I see mounting becoming more of an issue if you want to build out a large display, say with 30+ tiles, multiple master tiles, and several power runs. In this case, you'll probably need a bit of technical skill and possibly a second set of hands to manage the weight, size, and accuracy needed for mounting. To improve on this, I think Twinkly could widen those back mounting holes to be more like a mounting line rather than a single point. This would allow for a much easier installation and give more margin for error or flexibility when measuring and drilling. All right, so you have your tiles now installed and you've hung them on the wall. It's time for the fun part. So the first thing, you're gonna use the app to map the tiles in the proper configuration by following the on-screen instructions. Pointing your phone at the tiles will they display sort of like these unique QR code patterns. This feature works really well and makes the setup super easy. And you don't need to worry about the tile orientation when you're putting it together. So with that mapping, we should also mention the grouping function now. Twinkly offers several grouping and syncing options to create larger lighting installations in unique ways with multiple products. One grouping mode allows you to combine different square sets to build out an impressively large display, giving you more total pixels, which translates to more details in your scenes and animations. Okay, so basically what we have here is 2 5x3 sets of Twinkly Squares. You can see these are the controller tiles. We have a left and a right. So it's 3 rows of 5 and 3 rows of 5. And as you saw previously, they are all connected and conjoined into one at the back. So this allows you to basically build out huge installations if you wanted and pair it all together in the app to display the animations. So this is how I achieved sort of my giant seamless pixel canvas for my main desk squares display behind my monitors. The tiles come with a variety of preset scene modes and effects, including some iconic paintings in pixel art form. You can customize some scenes by adjusting things like color, animation speed, angle, thickness, zoom, and more. This makes tailoring scene modes to match the vibe of your space or desk setup a breeze. The Twinkly app also has an Explore tab, which is sort of like an online library of additional scene modes you can download. Highly advise you to check that out and see all the different scene modes they offer. Beyond that, you can also finger sketch, type out text, or upload your own GIF images to save as a scene mode. All right, let's talk about playlists now. I love that you can set up a playlist, a looping playlist of your favorite scene modes, and even choose how long each scene runs for. You think this would be a standard for all smart home lighting devices, but you'd be surprised how often it's overlooked. Thankfully, Twinkly has done a great job at implementing it here. Lastly, the panels integrate with a variety of smart home ecosystems, including Google Home, Alexa, and Apple HomeKit. This allows for further voice control and automations. Computer, set desk squares to red. Computer, set desk squares to aqua. Computer, set desk squares to white. Computer, turn off desk squares. And there you have it. One more thing to mention just before I was about to launch this video, Twinkly is adding in a new feature, and depending on when this video releases, it may already be out. They're adding an integration with the GIPHY image database. You know all those dancing memes you can search for and send to people in your favorite messaging apps? You can now adapt them to your Twinkly Squares. Select your squares, select this at the top right corner, the FX wizard, and you'll see now you can search on GIPHY. So this is a huge GIF image database, basically anything you want. Let's see here. Let's try this dancing cat out. You can save that effect. Now it should be in our library of effects here at the bottom. Dancing cat, boom, and we can apply it. And there you go, just like that, it's added. But I encourage you to check this out. There's so much stuff in this database. So it's a really, really cool thing that they've added in this integration. All right, so here are my final thoughts and personal opinions. Overall, Twinkly has developed a fantastic product that I've been curious about and have wanted to add to my setup for quite a while. The effects and patterns are super fun for showing off the display's capabilities or adding a bit of flair, while the subtle color gradient scenes, on the other hand, can offer a more relaxed vibe and definitely will become a permanent fixture for background ambience in my setup. They certainly add a dreamy effect to a space with this large, soft lighting and vibrant pops of color. So in terms of feature requests or things I think they could improve, I think the most obvious would be a simple way to save and recall different playlists. I'd love to create playlists for different moods or holidays instead of always having to go in and rebuild them. Along with that, I'd love to see support for custom scene modes or playlists within the smart home integrations so I can automate or voice command more than just basic color modes with my Amazon Alexa. As for more advanced features, it would be amazing to have a customizable sort of control panel scene mode to display social media stats like my YouTube subscriber count, stock prices, or stylish date and time displays. Similar to what the Devoom Pixu 64 or Yeelight Cubes offer, which are both products I've previously featured on the channel. Since Twinkly Squares is in essence a Wi-Fi connected pixel display wall, I feel this opens the door to live data displays or visualizations. It feels like we're just scratching the surface of what further features could be integrated. I'm hoping these ideas and feedback will reach the Twinkly developers as some of these features seem feasible through future software updates. Who knows, maybe we can have it all with these in the future. Overall, my opinion is that the Twinkly Squares do succeed in delivering stellar ambience and visuals, even if the functionality could use a bit of optimization for efficiency. Deal links for the Twinkly Squares and all my other lighting decor you see in the studio are listed in the description below. If you're interested in adding some lighting magic or ambience to your space, check out some of the other videos on my channel, like the one that's popping up on screen right now that YouTube thinks you'll enjoy. So go ahead, give it a click, and I'll see you over there in the next one.